Okay, I'm here to do a quick video on my hair. I've gotten a few questions, some compliments, and people wanting me to either recreate the style with on a wig or on a crochet style. So I'll just kind of show you a little bit what's going on with this style. Let me back up a little bit. It is a crochet style. It is not a wig. Okay, this is on a braid pattern of about 10 or 15 braids going to the back halfway and then combining them in about 5 to 6 braids down the back, and then the hair is crocheted on there. Now, on the braids. Now, this style is also, I completed this style using about 4 different curl patterns, 4 different hairs from 4 different companies, and like I said, 4 different curl patterns. If you notice, I'll just kind of point them out to you a little bit. This is the kinkiest curl of all, okay, here. And then this curl right here is a little bit looser, okay. Then there is that's the same curl pattern. And then there's this ombre hair. And I'm going to show you each one as an example of each one out of the head. But this is ombre that is gray and black from the root to the middle. And then around the middle, it starts getting completely white into about a number 60 at the bottom. Okay, so that's, and I'll put a still picture so you can kind of see what it looks like as well. But I have added in some more hair since the last still I took with this style, so it may not all be reflective in that particular picture. So without further ado, this the first curl pattern is this, like I said, this is the kinkiest curl that I have. This is like a kinky curl, jerry curl. As you can see, it's very springy, okay. And this is the kinkiest curl that I have. One thing, this hair is from Foxy Silver. Okay, the Foxy Silver brand. They're the brand that kind of specializes in doing the gray and black mix, the salt and pepper mixes, and they have several different colors. They have number 34, which is like about a 75% 1B, and the 25% 51 or 60 or something like that. And then they have like a 44, which is kind of half and half. And then they have a 51, which is more gray than black, which is like kind of a flip of 34, which is like 75% gray, and 25% 1B. So they have those different colors that you can choose from, and they have different curl patterns. They have about 4 or 5 different curl patterns, including this one. This is from the Foxy Silver brand. It's just a blended 1B, 60, or 51 all the way through. One thing about this hair is when you're separating it, you need to be really careful because it's so kinky. When you're separating, it's gonna frizz up immediately. I use this piece, the smallest curl, for edge work. I don't put a whole lot throughout my hair. Matter of fact, probably none at all throughout my hair. I only use it for edge work. This is some of it right here. Is that some of it? No, it's not. Where is it at? Well, I can't tell. Like, I really can't. But I think this is a piece of it. And I know that this is some of it right here. Okay. And so what I did was I only put this like around my edges, in those around those edges, just to kind of give me that kind of nappy close to the edge. When you have natural hair, the hair that is around your edges, front and back, is gonna the curl pattern is gonna be pretty tight. And I was just mainly what I was trying to do is just mimic how natural curly hair is. And anybody knows, if you have naturally curly hair, that you have, you know, at least 3 different curl patterns in your, throughout your head. And it's all not, all in the same place. Sometimes you have the same type hair on the sides and in the back, something different on the top and something else around the nape. So this is what I use for edge work. You can cut this. This is supposed to be like 12 inches or something like that. And so I just cut it. I did cut it to use it for the edge work. This is a short piece. So I just wanted to have like some tendrils, some natural looking, nappy edge tendrils in my face. Okay, so the next pattern that I use is by Bishi. Okay, and I've used this hair to make wigs before. This color says that it is CJCBRD9M. Not sure what that means. Actually, that's the item number. But it's color number 56. Okay. This color number 56 is close to a 60, where you're gonna get mostly white hair on this, and maybe just a few strands of dark hair. And this here is what I use for highlights from root to tip, because like I said, the next hair that I'm going to show you is an ombre, but there are some places that I wanted to mimic my own natural salt and pepper hair, my own salt and pepper pattern, I guess, because I have white spots in my head, where it's like completely and totally white. So I wanted to mimic that with this hair. So like here's one. If you look, this is a strand of the number 56 hair, and as you can see, my scalp is completely white in that area there. And then there's a couple other places I'll show. Well, I'm gonna have to show you my parts anyway, so I'm just pulling it apart right here. This is one of the parts that I did. I did about three or four parting spots, but then you see on the other side of that, on the other side of the part, I have a strand of just the number 56. See, and it matches the white part of my hair, the part of my hair, the hair that has these little white spots in it. So that's, like I said, I was wanting to mimic that, and I wanted to mimic that in each parting space. So everywhere that I part, if I have one of those natural white spot areas, then I'll have a piece. Well, see, I don't have it right there, but I need it right there, and that kind of shows you a little bit. But I really don't part right here, so that's probably why I didn't do it. But that's a stark way. And I have these little spots all over my head. It's hereditary, I guess. But anyway, so as you can see, I haven't used a whole lot of this. This is some hair that was left over from a wig that I made from a friend, and I'm getting ready to actually make another one. And this comes with this one pack comes with 4 bundles. So you can do a full head with this one pack of hair. But like I said, I've only used some of this in these spots, and also, also to do some edge work as well. See, so I've got some in here that I've done some edge work with, and those are some of the areas that I wanted to do a little bit of edge work and make just that, solid white streak. Okay, so this is the second hair and curl pattern. And then, so let's just compare this curl pattern to that one. See? So this one is a little bit more kinkier than this one. I mean, it's not just so much. This is a jerry curl, and this is considered like a kinky curl. So there's still a pretty tight pattern. And then these are the same colors, but there's more black in this one and more white in this one. So they can be mixed, for color mixing. Okay. Now, the next hair that I used is by Rasta Afri, and I'm sorry, I can already tell this is like, y'all know how to read backwards. Y'all done watched videos before. So this is called Rasta Afri Bahama Curl, okay? And I can, as you see, I still have, this comes with 4 bundles as well. And does it come with 4 bundles or is that one? This might be just one. I don't know. I guess I could open it and see. I just hate taking the hair out of the package. Let's see, is that one bundle? That's one bundle. So this full pack comes with 2 bundles of this hair. Okay, it comes with 2 bundles. And so of course I'm saving this for my next install or wig. I mean, I don't throw away hair. That would be crazy. Synthetic human hair, I don't throw away hair because you never know, right? You can always take a piece of some hair and change your life. Anyway, the third, okay, this is the third curl pattern and color that I have. And as you can see, this is the Bahama curl. It's a nice bouncy curl. This hair is very, very soft. It's very nice and very easy to work with. I love it the way that it's, the way that the color pattern goes from dark to light. But what I really love about it is the mixture of the 1B and the gray. I mean, it's a really nice solid mixture, and it actually goes very well with the yeah, it's a very good match for the Foxy Silver. Okay, so if you put these 2 side by side curls, I mean, isn't that beautiful? Look at those 2 curls. I mean, they're almost the same, but one's tighter than the other, and then you've got this great color difference or at the bottom just, but if you put them together, they are like, oh, there it is, they are the same color pattern. And that's what you also want to be careful of, because some silver and white pattern or colored hair ends up being a little bit on the purpley, lilac-y, platinum side, and I don't like that. You may, if that's what you're looking for, then fine. But it's easier, I mean, with these, because these are Kanekalon fibers, they should really be uniform and universal throughout the makers of hair. So there really should not be that much of a difference. So then we have now these 3 curl patterns together. And this is how they look. So you can create a really fun look, okay? Which is, I think that's what I've done. I think I've created a really fun look. I'll put some still photos in of the hair. I really have not taken a lot of pictures, but it is what it is. Then there is a 4th hair and curl pattern. Actually, that was 3. There's a 4th and a 5th. Okay, and I'm sure that I don't have any of that left because all of that is in my head. Okay, so I'm not even gonna look at my drawers because I know that I don't have any of that hair left. I used it all. Oh, I started out mainly on the sides with this hair, and this is another Foxy Silver hair, and as you can see, this is a very loose curl pattern. Okay, look at it compared to, well, this Afri Bahama curl that's next to it. Okay, so it's a very loose curl on the bottom. So I believe the hairs that I use, the curls that I use, were Deep Wave and Water Wave of the Foxy Silver brand. I don't remember which one I put on bottom. I believe I put the Water Wave on the bottom and then the Deep Wave closer to the top. I think that's what this is. So I believe it is. But either way, you want to start at the bottom with the loosest curl pattern. So whichever one that is, So I can't remember if it was the Deep Wave or the water wave that was on the bottom. So this is more of the one of those. See, this one, the curl is a little bit tighter than this. See? So one of them, it's either deep wave, so it goes like this: deep wave, maybe, or water wave, then deep wave or water wave. Then I start to mix in the Bahama curl closer up to the top. It's pretty much up here. The top portion of my head is pretty much all Bahama curl, and Bahama curl and number 56 um, white, the white curl. Okay, so that's pretty much what the top part of my head is covered with. But I do have some of the deep wave and water wave kind of, or deep wave, or whichever one, mixed throughout, you know, just to kind of break up some of the curl pattern. And that's what you do. That's what you want to do whenever you're working with different curl patterns like that. I mean, you can work with them however you want to, but the looser curl kind of helps to break up the tighter curl and keep the tighter curl from frizzing up. So I've had this in for 2 weeks now, and I mean, I did have a little tangling at the back, you know, like normal, where normal people have it because of the sweat and everything, but not really that much. I mean, I'm able to maintain it and keep it, you know, keep it looking nice. I do the pineapple method at nighttime, you know, whenever I go to bed. So I pull it up on top of my head. Also, I don't comb the hair. I don't comb it. I don't brush it or anything. I put mousse on it sometimes, and then I just separate the curls, you know. I just separate the curls with my fingers. And any natural hair guru with natural curls will tell you that that's the way to, you know, to detangle your hair, is just to use your fingers and just to take the hair and just to separate it, you know, just separate it. And then if you find something, you know, then you just need to use your fingers. Your fingers are your best tools. And I wouldn't try to just separate these curls. I mean, some of them mesh together, like this one right here. It's just meshed together. I could separate it, but if you're gonna separate it, you want to go like slow. Don't just rip through the hair. You know, this, it can last you a long time if you just kind of take your time with it and just kind of separate the curls as needed. You know, and just to make sure, don't just rake through it. You know, but you want to go and gently, you know, detangle this hair, and then just kind of split it and, you know, let it do what it do. Also, I don't use scissors very much on this hair. I did this Vichy hair. This is 8 inches. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's 9 inches. This is 9 inches. Okay. This is 9 inches, and this hair is like 12 inches. All the Foxy Silver is about 12 inches. See, I could probably put some of this up here and make a cool little curl pattern. You never know. You know, make a cool, nice little curl. Just add it in a little bit. But maybe next time. I don't know. Maybe next time. But I love the mixing of the curl patterns, you know, to get kind of a natural look, I guess. It's not one of those, you know, where you'll leave people, you know, people that know you wondering, oh, is that your hair? It's that whole thing like, we know that's not your hair, girl, but that look good and it looks natural. So we rocking with that. It's like supernatural, you know. So I mean, it's really, I like it. I like it. It's the look that I've been going for, because I do not want to ever have to dye my hair again. If you see, this is where I wear my part most of the time, and it is a bit invisible part. So, you know, when it's up there and looking, you know, like it's supposed to look, you can't really tell. I mean, so, but then people do have to ask, or people, like I said, people that know you will have to be like, girl, I know that ain't your hair, but damn. Okay? Like that. That's the damn factor. Anyway, hold up. So, if you're one of those, excuse me for showing off my stuff. But if you're one of those who has stopped me, who's given me a compliment, who has asked me, you know, even about doing your hair, now you know now that this is not. I mean, this is not. This is a custom. It's a custom job. Okay, it's custom. It's a custom job. You know, it is a combination of at least 3 different brands of hair and 4 different curl patterns, you know, just to achieve the look and everything. So I hope this was helpful. As I said, I'm going to put some stills in just so you can kind of see, you know, what it looks like according to my selfie cam. And I hope that this has been informative and inspiring. So let me see. I guess what did I need to do? Maybe spin around and let you see it if you haven't already seen it. You can see the differences in the dang, this thing 27 minutes already? No, it's 21. Sorry. Ooh, I better cut some of this. Anyway. But as you can see, I'm gonna try to turn around. You can see the different, you know, you can see mainly that ombre, that Rasta Afro. That's my main source of highlights. So you can see it moves freely. Like I said, I've had this in for 2 weeks now. It's still looking good to me. Okay? It's still looking good to me. So, and that's really all that matters. But again, I hope you've enjoyed this. So, hit me on my inbox if you want me to customize a crochet look for you, whether it be on a braid pattern or on a wig cap. Let me know what's up. Okay? Bye-bye.